Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today, I'm going to take a trip down memory lane and revisit some vintage beer brands that are sadly missed. These are beers that were once popular and widely available, but for various reasons, they have disappeared from the market. Let's take a look at some of these beers and see what made them special. First up, we have Bud Dry. This was an experimental beer from Budweiser that was introduced in 1989. It was marketed as a dry beer, meaning that it had less residual sugar and a crisp finish. Bud Dry was supposed to appeal to drinkers who wanted a light and refreshing beer, but with more flavor than Bud Light. However, Bud Dry failed to catch on and was eventually replaced by Bud Ice in the mid-90s. Bud Ice had a similar concept, but with a smoother taste and a higher alcohol content. Bud Dry is now a relic of the past, and you won't find it anywhere. Next, we have Miller High Life Light. This was the light version of the champagne of beers, Miller High Life. It was launched in 1975 and had a loyal fan base for decades. It had a golden color, a bubbly carbonation, and a smooth and malty flavor. It was also low in calories and carbs, making it a great choice for health-conscious drinkers. However, in 2021, Miller High Life Light was discontinued by its owner, Molson Coors, due to a lack of consumer interest. It seems that people preferred the original Miller High Life or the more popular Miller Lite. Miller High Life Light is now a rare find, and you might have to scour some old liquor stores to get a taste of it. Another beer that is sadly missed is Pete's Wicked Ale. This was one of the pioneers of the craft beer movement in the U.S. It was founded by Pete Slosberg in 1986 and was one of the first beers to use specialty malts and hops to create a distinctive flavor. Pete's Wicked Ale was a brown ale with a rich and nutty taste, balanced by a hoppy bitterness. It was a huge success and inspired many other craft brewers to follow suit. However, Pete's Wicked Ale faced increasing competition from other craft beers and lost its market share. It also suffered from quality issues and inconsistent recipes. In 2011, Pete's Wicked Ale was discontinued and the brewery was closed. Pete's Wicked Ale is now a legend in the craft beer world, and you won't find it anywhere. Moving on, we have Fallstaff. This was an American beer that dates back to 1838. It was named after the Shakespearean character Sir John Falstaff, who was known for his love of drinking and merrymaking. Falstaff was a popular beer in the 19th and 20th centuries, especially in the Midwest and the South. It had a light and crisp taste and was often served in a cone-shaped can. Falstaff was also a sponsor of many sports teams and events, such as the Boston Red Sox and the Indianapolis 500. However, Fallstaff declined in popularity in the 70s and 80s as it faced stiff competition from other national and regional brands. Fallstaff was eventually sold to Pabst Brewing Company, who phased it out in 2005. Fallstaff is now a nostalgic beer, and you might find some old cans or signs in antique shops or online auctions. Coming at Meister Brau was a light beer that originated in Chicago in the late 1800s by a Prussian immigrant named Peter Hand. It was a popular regional brand that sponsored many local sports teams and radio shows. Meister Brau was also one of the first beers to introduce a low-calorie version called Meister Brau Light, which was later sold to Miller Brewing Company and rebranded as Miller Lite. However, due to financial troubles and mismanagement, Meister Brau went bankrupt in 1972 and was eventually discontinued in 2005. Many beer lovers still miss the unique flavor and history of Meister Brau, which was a classic American lager with a slightly sweet, slightly bitter, and slightly hoppy taste. Some craft breweries have tried to revive the Meister Brau name and recipe, but none have matched the original. Meister Brau was a beer that captured the spirit of Chicago and its people, and it remains a nostalgic memory for many. Finally, we have Midnight Sun. This was a Belgian-style barley wine from Alaskan Brewing Company. It was created in 2005 to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the brewery and was an instant hit. It had a dark and complex flavor, with notes of caramel, chocolate, raisins, and spices. It also had a high alcohol content of 13%, making it a potent and warming brew. Midnight Sun was a limited edition beer, and only 6,000 bottles were produced. It was so sought after that it sold for as high as $1,500 on eBay. Midnight Sun is now a collector's item, and you won't find it anywhere. So these are some of the vintage beer brands that are sadly missed. Do you remember any of these beers? Do you have any other beers that you wish were still around? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more beer videos. Cheers!